Hello and welcome everybody to 2003. In 2003, Jim Furyk won the US Open. Mike Weir, left-handed Mike Weir from Canada, won the Masters, which is pretty awesome. Is he the first or second Canadian? Is he the first Canadian to win the Masters? Let us know in the comments below. Other things that happened in 2003. Tesla had their IPO. $17 a share, is that right? Netflix, anybody out there heard of Netflix? By show of hands, how many people out there have heard of Netflix? Their IPO, 2003, $15 a share. Pause the video, go look up how much is Netflix trading for now. Let us know in the comments below. Netflix, what, for $15 a share? Or if you don't want to pause the video, you don't care about stocks, like whatever, money, who cares, whatever. You can watch me have a close-up of the Wilson Deep Red 2 here. We'll talk about identifying features. All right, we need to sort these out. Okay, so they're all Wilson. The one here is the Wilson Fat Shaft. Okay, the smallest of the three. We're gonna put this one aside. And then we have the original Deep Red. Can you see right here? It says Deep Red. It has this wavy pattern right here, like some sort of Star Trek, I don't know, whatever they call those things, communicators. Things that they wear on their pajama uniforms. So this one happens to be 365 cc. I want to say they made a 425, but I don't have it in my collection. Either way, they made several Deep Reds. And then Deep Red 2 comes out, and that's this one right here. You'll notice very identifiable sole. It says Deep Red with the Roman numeral 2 here. You get the loft distance right here. They also made a couple of versions of this. I believe this is the 400cc version, and we're just going to use this to discuss. Okay, so you can identify it. It does have a lineage of Deep Red given to it, mostly because of its crown. Look at that. That is some Deep Red right there. I always really like the looks of these, as you'll hear me gush about it on the range in a little bit. It does have this, what looks like protruding weight right here, which is what they're selling. Lower, further back, weight, more forgiveness. This one still has the Flex sticker on it, regular Flex. You can see as we spin around, this is the skirt right here. Spin around the skirt, you can see not too much there. The Wilson brand W right there, add address. And then we move up this big fat shaft, thick fat shaft is what I'm trying to say. Tiny little black ferrule. We move all the way up. And then we get, obviously it said regular Flex. So it's a regular Flex, 2003. Wilson velvet style grip. And yeah. It's from the early 2000s, 2003. So let's get this beautiful red driver out on the range and see how it feels. Today we have some beautiful red. Some beautiful, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but that candy apple crown is just to die for. Like, you can see the striations of the metal underneath it. Is it titanium or is it stainless steel? It almost looks stainless to me. I don't know. I'll do some research when we get back, and I'll tell you what I find, but like, that looks just lovely. Who needs to make a YouTube video? That's what I'm doing. I'm getting distracted. It's just like getting lost in the deep red of this amazing driver, which might be why it sold so well, is because, man, it looks the part. Sure, you could go buy a Ping G2, or you could get this beauty, and it does remind me of being from the future. And looking back, I take things from the future and I apply it to this. So this looks like the SMT Hybor 555, which is a long drive driver that came after this, but it also had this really nice red finish to it. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. But in its time, I mean, this just looked absolutely amazing. It does have the fat shaft, which seems like a good selling point until people break their shaft or want to replace their shaft and they find that, well, maybe not all the best shafts are made to this weird, awkward dimension. It's like we want some universal fit to our shafts. Way to go, Wilson. But either way, that said, still, the driver itself
might be okay. My curiosity right now is, how does it sound? That's my first question. Well, I'm not going to lie, that made a hearty tink. That was a good tink. Can you hear that? That was didn't sound carbony or muffled at all. So, try again here. But man, that one sure went straight. It feels forgiving, like there's some weight here. Like when I hit, one of my favorite drivers to hit is the Ping G400 Max. And that one feels like there's some weight to it too. Like my swing speeds aren't necessarily as high, but my balls carry just as far as clubs that I swing a little bit faster. So this feels forgiving, it feels big, it feels heavy, it looks big, it looks beautiful. If I were in 2003, just coming or finishing up college, out of college, I think I would have been pretty happy with this driver. Right now, do I think this is the best option for somebody new who's just looking for something affordable? Look how straight that is. No, I think there are better options, but this is a really capable driver. Like that, I mean, that was in play. I mean, and I'm not any sort of superhero. So I guess what I'm saying is I get it. I get this driver for the era. I can see people falling in love with this and still playing it. I get that. But with all the drivers available, where does this fall on the list? It does have a fat shaft. You know, it's not quite as large as some of the other ones starting 2003 coming out. Ping G2, Cleveland Launcher 460. So I don't know. TaylorMade coming out with some amazing things too. The 580XD, the R580XD. So let me know where this falls for you. But my goodness, it sure is beautiful. I'm looking forward to reading your thoughts and your comments about this amazing driver.
It does feel very forgiving, and it does look super cool. When I was out there hitting it, I was actually surprised, which is saying a lot, because I've hit drivers from the last 125 years, okay? And this is just, it's gonna be blasphemy. There are people out there gonna call me a heretic. I'm gonna say it. It feels very much like a Ping driver. There, I said it. That's how it feels. Honestly, that's how it feels to me. If I were blindfolded and I hit this and I saw the results, I'd just be like, is that a Ping driver? No, it's made by Wilson, which is saying a lot. And so everybody should run out there, stop the presses, and get one of these. The problem is, it's Wilson. Bless them. They try so hard. The head, lovely, beautiful, love it. But then what do they do with it? They put this fat shaft on it. And yes, I know golf is a macho sport. I've seen the demographics that watch my show, okay? Here at The Vintage Golfer, 99.99% male. I get it. Everybody likes the big, fat, my stiff, big, fat shaft. Yeah, booyah. And then you wake up the next morning and you realize, oh, if this thing chips a little bit, I want to replace this with another shaft. To steal a term from the automotive community, it's mechanically totaled. It's like you can just buy a new driver with shaft and grip and everything for less than it costs to replace your shaft. So, and you could argue that even with modern club, you can get some pretty expensive shafts, I know. But why, Wilson? Why? Why would you use a proprietary size shaft? Why not just the .335 like everybody else? Come on, Wilson. So, okay, now let's talk about where this sits today. Okay, back then, this was amazing. You know, it was just like, wow, big 400cc, pretty forgiving head. Yes, you're competing with the Cleveland Launcher 460. Yes, you're competing with the Ping G2 driver. But this is a very viable option back then in the day. I get it, other than the shaft. So now, where does this sit in today's modern world? This is just a used club. You can get these for not much money. Depending on the condition of the shaft, it could be a really good deal. So if you're watching this and you're asking me, what do I think? Would I game this? The answer is yes, but in a very specific setting. I would want to pair this with a Wilson set. So I want some Wilson Deep Red 2 irons, which I love. I played some Wilson Deep Reds in my St. George trip, where I explored the idea of, is it cheaper? Can you not bring golf clubs and just buy golf clubs at a thrift store? And I found some Wilson Deep Red irons in that video. Spoiler alert. And tried those out. So I know I like the Wilson Deep Red irons, Deep Red 2 irons I've hit. Deep Red 2 driver I like. And I would make a set of just Wilson 2003 Wilson Deep Red 2 set. Putter, we'll talk about. But this, to me, would fit very well in that set. Am I dying to play this as like the best driver of 2003? Definitely not. But it's up there, okay? And it's so pretty. Look at this pretty red. It's so beautiful. I love this. It's so cool. Other than the shaft letting the side down. All right, well, the other thing, though, people would ask is, hey, I found this at a thrift store. Is this okay to learn on? Yes, you could learn how to play golf on this. An instructor, go to a PGA, certified instructor, which I am not. Go get some instruction. They could teach you, they'll teach you how to hit on whatever you have. And this is perfectly viable. Like I said, it feels like a ping from the era. It feels really good. That said, I'm excited to read your comments. What are your thoughts? What are your experiences with this? Do you still game this? Did you buy it new? Do you still have it? Have you replayed? Do you have like 3 of these in case one of the shafts break? Let me know in the comments below. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate all that you do for me, my patrons. Not only is it general support where they help fund this channel, they also send me clubs to review, and the emotional support that I get from them means a lot to me. Another way you can support this channel is by visiting my Amazon shop. Again, thank you everybody that does their shopping through that Amazon link. I really appreciate it. I have some golf accessories that you can buy through that link. I try to keep it up to date every week. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. I am The Vintage Golfer.